try again later on Twitter.
Okay. Hey,
What's up, y'all?
come on in here.
Come on in the house.
Is my afro flat on one side? Or is it from
Just the
fix
back.
it? The back? Well, they can't see the back.
Can't see that.
Hey, baby.
What's happening, y'all? What's going on?
Are y'all gonna come in?
Yeah, they're coming in. Come in the house. It's warm in here.
It
It's
is.
cold outside.
And for all of our TikTok people, we
I
can't
know,
go
man.
live.
TikTok, just, come on, people. With the TikTok. He's doing his thing. Yeah, you gonna have to work that one, baby. You gonna have to
Hit the
work that.
plus. The
Where?
plus. The plus in the middle. You see the plus sign in the middle?
No.
You don't see that plus sign in the middle?
Remember what?
Plus sign in the middle at the bottom?
Oh. Thank you for your
And lie.
other direction. I was struggling.
It won't let us.
All right, so TikTok ain't gonna do it. But
Okay.
anyway, we're gonna do it without TikTok today.
Hey.
All right, so last week we tried something, man. We tried to make it a little bit more of a production. What I realized is quit listening to my wife about everything, and sometimes it just need to be homegrown. You know what I mean?
It does.
Yes. So come on
Hey,
up in here,
come
y'all.
on, come on, come on.
It's 7:31. Y'all know what time class start. 7:30. We on time.
We on time.
So listen, man, it's been a cool thing today. We did the vision board party over
We
at
did.
Ariel, located in Antioch. If y'all hadn't been over there, you need to get over there and check it out.
Yes.
Cool little dive for you to go and just have a great time, watch the game, eat some great food, have some great drinks. Just a cool vibe.
We
you know?
had drinks, we had hookah, we had an amazing DJ.
I was smoking some hookah. I
He
don't know.
was.
You know what I mean? I did the hookah, y'all. So, hey, I stretched myself out a little bit. So,
Yes,
you
he
know.
did.
But at the end of the day, Tyrell has done a great job over there putting that place together to be a community location for grown folks to go and enjoy themselves. They started doing brunch yesterday, and today we shared brunch and included the vision board party. So shout out to Keena Sadler for
Yes.
showing up.
Big shout out to
Yes.
Keena.
Shout out to the city council lady at
Delicia.
large, showing up. Man, we had so many people in the house to come over and do their vision board. So we're going to share some photos with y'all online so y'all can check out the vision board party as well.
Yes.
And kind of, indulge a little bit with us, but it was real cool.
It was.
Yeah, it was cool. So
It was.
I don't think we take stuff like that for seriously enough. To really say, okay, let's actually focus and align the vision. Brother Corey Bill and his wife came out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He said he's done it before, but this is my second time being involved with, I guess my first time actually,
Yes.
putting my hands on it, but second time being involved with a vision board, party. So
Yeah, so I'll start out by saying that last year, Keena, who is my absolute best friend in Nashville, for sure. Shout out to Keena. I love you.
Keena.
I love you so much. I truly adore you. But last year, and the year before, Keena invited me to a vision board party, and I was able to do a vision board. But last year, I did my vision board, and you said to me, baby, why with your vision did you put things that align with your vision? And for me, it was because I don't have a vision that you're not included in.
Right.
So if I have a vision, it has to include you.
Right.
But everything in my vision board last year came true.
Right.
And this year, now that we have Love Jones coaching and relationship and intimacy coaching, I wanted to make sure that we invited people, singles, couples, to come in and align their vision together and manifest together. Because when you are aligned and when more than one person is in the building,
right.
then
where
we
there's
have
two
power.
or more,
Where it's two
join,
or
touching,
more.
and agreeing.
Yes,
Them
you
heathens
have.
know that word. I can quote some stuff, you know what I mean?
Yes, where two or more are
Touching and
engaged and
agreeing.
touching and agreeing, then there is power in that. And so we had so many people today. Thank you to everybody who showed up for the vision board party at Ariel. It was a great event. We just got back.
Just got back.
Yes.
So it was from 2 to 5, but you see, we just now rolling up in
Yes.
this joint. to
And
get
my
this
flow
done.
is flowing.
It's flowing.
Yeah.
It's flowing and flowing.
Crystal, I can't wait till it's time to come back to see you. And by the way, Assuage hair, natural hair in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, incredible. Don't look at my hair and think she did this. She did not. This is because I haven't been to Crystal in a minute.
Yeah.
So when I get back to her, she'll fix it back up.
My fade is provided by none other than Corey Jones, myself. You know, I started really thinking how much money I was spending in them barbershops. Shout out to JD, that's my dog. Man, I can't afford y'all expensive people no more, man. So I went and bought my own clippers and started practicing on myself and my son. You know, God bless my little guy with them little nicks here and there. You know. It was practice, you know. We good now. We good.
We are.
So, babe, you know, I thought I'd ask you, you know, I know we align things with our forward progress, but, you know, understanding the significance and importance of doing that vision board, it really sets a precedence of accountability.
It
When you
does.
can look at that board and see, you know, what your agenda is for the year. How did that impact you? And do you feel like that kept you in line, or was it kind of a subconscious thing where you knew you would put it on the board and it was like the movement just happened? You know what I mean?
Right. So for me, when I did my vision board last year, we put it in the office, and I'm in the office every day. And so I was able to look at it and really kind of guide how I moved. One of the things that was incredibly important to me is our relationship, of course. But that was one of the things on there, and then how we move. But one of the things that I would tell anybody who's thinking about doing a vision board was do affirmations. You know, affirmations to keep you like, I am a beautiful person.
Right.
I'm a decent person. I want to impact the world. I want to make sure that I'm giving. I heard something a couple of weeks ago, and it said, be a faucet, not a drain.
Wow.
And that really impacted me quite a bit. I thought to myself, you know, are you a faucet or are you a drain? Are you somebody who takes things away, or are you somebody who pours into people?
Right.
And so for you, for sure, I want to make sure that I'm a faucet and I'm always pouring into you. But for the people who are our viewers and our clients and people who have bought the book, are we pouring into them? And I do think there is power in looking at it every day, because it does it reminds you, oh, I said I was going to do this year. So I do think it's something that you should look at often to just make sure you stand on what you said you're going to do.
So, you know, I was talking to someone earlier this week, and they were like, man, how do you do all the stuff that you do? Like, how do you even have time? And I tell them, I never even think about it until I stop to really look at how much stuff is being done. I like to just go with it. You know, if I'm in the flow of getting things done, accomplishing, because I know the mission, it doesn't seem like a lot until you really start spelling it out. You know, how much stuff you're actually getting done, you know, whether it's in your day, whether it's in your week, your month, you know, you know. And so when I look at the vision board that was created for 2024, we hit every aspect of that vision board.
Yeah,
right?
we did.
But if somebody would have literally pinpointed everything that needed to be accomplished, it would have probably overwhelmed me to a point to actually see it. But I think I like the concept of it, because it's like, hey, this is the mission, this is the task to be accomplished. Now go. You know what I mean? I think take away the thought of the exhaustion from it.
Yeah.
Take away the exhaustion of seeing the list. Don't even worry about the list. just know that those things on the list can and will and should be done at the highest level of performance as possible. You know, one thing you said, there is no vision board without me included, and vice versa. Make sure that, you know, if you're in a relationship with somebody, that you guys are doing this vision board together. You are still an individual, so if you put some individual things on there, that's cool.
That's fine.
Because you are still you, and you have your hobbies, you have your wants and needs. Let's make sure we put that on there so both of you see the importance throughout 2024. So now, husband or boyfriend, you're telling her, babe, don't forget you got to remember you, and vice versa, saying, hey, babe, go hit that gym. My gym time's every Tuesday, every Saturday with my boys. You know, we shoot ball. So that's a part of the workout. It's keeping me looking, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But the camaraderie and just the release of a build up from midweek to the end of the week, man, that is such a therapeutic thing that me and my brothers have found as a remedy for us to be charged up for the next week to be able to run and attack again. You know? So, but as far as this vision board thing, I really feel so much power in being able to create. I mean, you got us men in there, and I call on more of you guys as well to start joining in with stuff like that. You know, it was very thought provoking, cutting, you know, stuff out of magazines and newspapers and stuff, and pasting it on a board that spoke to what your goals are, you know? Right.
One of the things that I noticed from several of the singles that were there, they put on their vision board that they wanted to meet somebody.
Yeah.
And they wanted to find a relationship. They wanted to find somebody that shows up for them the way they show up for the other person. One of the things that I would say to everybody, it's really important when you're manifesting that you are thoughtful about how you show up for each other. One of the things that's important to me is how I show up for you and how I speak to you and how I pour into you. And when we think about what we're pouring in, there are times where you may think, okay, this is my moment that I'm gonna pour into my person. But that should be an everyday thing, an all-day thing, right? So one thing that you may notice in how I interact with you is that every morning after I do because for us, that's what we do in the morning, but I call you every morning around 7 o'clock when you are doing your thing, you're moving and grooving. But I call you and I tell you how proud I am, how grateful I am for you, for getting up, making sure you're taking care of our family. And the reason why I do that is because so many times we don't tell our person, thank you for getting up every day, going to work. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you for doing whatever you do. And I say that because words have so much power.
They do.
And a lot of times when we are frustrated with our person, we say things like, why don't you do A, B, and C? Why don't you give me this? Why don't you give me that? But that's a negative thing to put on a person, and that negative thing is going to ultimately show up. So for me, I always say what you're doing really, really well. And even if you need to improve in an area, I always find the work that you're doing and show up that way. So thank you for, calling me and checking in on me. Thank you for sending me flowers for no reason. Thank you for buying me this ring because it was Tuesday. Thank you for doing those things. I don't think we do that enough.
Right. But that's one of the things that I feel like we kind of just glaze over because we're so used to having somebody around, or we know that their presence is going to be there, and we take for granted the opportunity to actually, really give those words of affirmation.
Hey, Kalada.
What up, Kalada?
Hey.
But with those words, I'm sorry. Go ahead, babe. Kalada.
I'm so sorry. So Kalada is here, and this is a testament to what we're talking about. Kalada is my ex-husband's girlfriend, right? I love Kalada.
Kalada cooler than mud.
Kalada cool
as
as a fan. And I say that because Kalada makes my ex-husband happy. They are a great pair together. They make sure that when the kids are in Little Rock, they're okay. But that's a healthy type of situation.
That goes back to what we were saying a couple of weeks ago on the show, you know, about how cohesive the family needs to be, because the mission is to make sure that these children see the best of. Because we're teaching them how to move forward in their relationships. You know, a lot of people, like we said before, you know, think that a breakup is always a negative or a bad thing. Sometimes a breakup is probably the best thing for you, because just like a friend of mine, you know, he had been married over 40 years. His wife passed, right? But 40 years is a long time, right, to be with somebody, but there's a lot of change within those 40 years, right? And so for him to call and say, bro, I got remarried, you know, that was big. That was a big moment, because that's what he loves. He loves companionship, you know. So, but understanding that person that's supposed to be with you after you've developed into who you are now.
Today.
You know, a lot of times people don't understand, like we spoke about before, and we're going to get back to our regular discussion, is, you know, it's not a matter of you not being great people, but you have great people that have grown into who that great person is to be, right? So, you know, that is a very important piece to always remember. It's not always a negative, you know, but when you have children in the mix, it's about being cohesive and making sure that those children understand the dynamics of a whole relationship that is surrounded with love and always being in protection of them. But anyway, Kalada, you know, good deal, man. We're glad you're on here. But, you know.
And just in case y'all didn't see, Kalada said, hey, family.
What up, family?
And
Kalada, you know, she be trying to avoid me. I be getting my hugs anyway. You know what I'm saying? Damien, he don't like to hug me, but I do it anyway. That's a big old dude, man.
He is a big dude.
Give my hug, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. But, you know, back to the vision board, you know, party. It is such a refreshing thing, you know, after coming out of 2024, you know, from your accomplishments to the accomplishments of Origins Music Group, Origins Impact Awards, but everything throughout that year, you know, we accomplished. So, from a tidbit from me, fellas, I know with us, we feel like we got it here, we locked in, we know what we need to do, let's just charge after the mission. It is very important that we do write these things down, you know, because it will slip our minds. And then when one thing starts to take precedence over the other, we start to push things out of the way, because now we put that in a quadrant of things that are not so important. So it went from quadrant 1, box 1, all the way down to box 6 as a not so important thing. But everything that you felt heartfelt about to put on that list of things that you want to accomplish in that year, that 12-month cycle, don't allow that to fall and lose its importance. If it was important to you, let's make sure we keep that on a high level of importance throughout that year and make time for those things to get done. The biggest thing for us is family. Right? Making sure that we're being able to show up as parents for those children. You know, career is one thing, but one thing that we cannot go back and fix time with is lost time with our children and loved ones. We can't. You know, and I say that as a shout out to my family in Phoenix. We just lost our cousin, Deborah. You know, her children started reaching out. Ben started reaching out yesterday. And what we do want to do is make sure that we're highlighting the importance of making sure we're there for each other up front. We don't want to keep on losing people and forgetting that, hey, we have an opportunity every day to let them know that they are loved. One thing that I say about siblings, man, we may not get along. Sibling rivalry is a real thing. That's cool. That little competitive spirit we have with one another, that's one thing that we will always have, most likely. But when it's time to show up for each other, show up. You know what I mean? Make sure we're showing up. So on this vision board, I know one of the biggest factors of that board was making sure that we put family on there. How important it is to make sure we're including family every day. You know, picking up the phone, calling some of our loved ones that we may not have heard from in a year, 6 months, 3 months. man, pick up the phone. And we encourage those loved ones to turn around and do the same thing. You know, nah, Brian Giles, you're my hero because you was on that line making sure that I could run through that 2-hole running that football. So Brian Giles, you my hero, brother. You kept my skinny butt in a good posture. So, you know, the vision board party, I encourage everybody, if y'all hadn't done one, get your friends together, get your family together. You still got time. We're still in January. And all we did was get some poster board.
Yeah.
Got some magazines, some newspaper, some little stuff to bedazzle your board with, man. And we got our vision board in the office. 2024.
We have 20. I'll go
Grab
ahead.
2024.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because we want to show y'all what this looks like, right? And it's so cool. And I know, man, we tough. We got it all under control. But doing this with my wife was such an exhilarating thing because we're able to share and align our vision. Even though she has her goals for the year, I have my goals. But now we have a meeting of the mind, seeing where we are and saying, okay, I see where you are. I see where I am. Well, I'm going to encourage you to make sure you meet your mark as you encourage me to meet my mark. So this is 2024's vision board.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
We were definitely outside.
Yeah, let's go outside. You know,
So
home is the new club. So.
right. So, FY, we got married
Yes,
this year.
yeah.
But we have been outside at all of the events. We went to Keena's tea party.
Yep.
We've been at CMA Awards. We went to the BMI party. We
Hey,
went
Camille.
to what else? Oh my God. The men's
Oh, yeah.
men's thing that you
the
did.
men's fashion.
Men's
Yeah.
fashion.
Shout out to those guys, man.
Yeah, black man dress or whatever it is. We've been outside, and I can't forget my bachelorette party in Scottsdale.
They worsen.
Woo!
You know what?
A time was
Shout out to
had.
Sugar Jam. You know
Shout
what I
out
mean?
to Sugar Jam and Hunkamania. A
Oh,
time was
Lord have
had.
mercy.
So we were able to do that, grow and strengthen relationships. Man, we wanted to make sure we grew and strengthened our relationship,
Right.
but we also wanted to make sure we impacted other people to grow and strengthen their relationships. And we are
So start
definitely
at the top.
devoted.
So growing, strengthen, and ultimate power couple. You know, we wanted to create a huge powerhouse between us to be able to shine a light on positivity. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, we hear so much negative. It's like, nah, man. What's up, Dwayne? You know, Dwayne and Sonya,
Hey,
the same
Camille.
thing. You know, creating those power groups of encouragement. You know, they call him coach. You know, Dwayne going to coach mode, right? And he'll get these calls and people are just asking questions. But that's a tight community to have that much trust to say, I can call my brother Dwayne and ask him because I know he's going to give me the raw deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So us saying, hey, how can we be that power couple to where we can shine a light? People can see our love and then trust us enough to be able to give them some kind of direction on what they could possibly do to enhance their relationships. Let's see, the magic light.
Time to celebrate was the wedding.
Time to celebrate was the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, we got Let's Go Outside.
Devotion.
Yep.
Are you devoted to me?
Man, I'm hella devoted.
Thank you, baby.
Let's see.
Big Lights,
A-List. So Baby was on the red carpet as
well,
usual.
and you
but-
were.
Yeah, but Baby came with a hairdo, so
I did. Shout
that
out
was
to
the
Crystal.
highlight. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. Lights, camera, all of that.
We tried the lights camera last week on this show, but you know what?
No.
We're gonna try again, but
No.
y'all just bear with us to get our stuff together.
Spice up your life. Greatest sex position. Want to talk about that?
Oh, the dungeon tells and cures all.
It does. It does. It does.
So the happy place.
So my happy place is with my husband. For me, anytime that Corey is around, I am happy. And I encourage all of you guys, you know, find a person that gives you your happy,
Right.
your peace, your prosperity, your power, your joy. For me, he is home. He is my safe place. He is my love. So he is my happy place, and I got my happy place all year.
So get rich now. Come on,
Get rich
money.
quick. Come on, it's on its way.
You know
and
what
let
I'm
me
saying?
tell you, this year we have been able to move in a way that we
Crazy,
haven't.
Dwayne.
We haven't been able to move always, but we anticipate that we're going to continue to.
You
be
know,
able
the
to
cool
move that
thing
way.
is when we say get rich, you know, it's a matter, and we say that And what we're saying is not a matter of getting rich quick. It's a matter of aligning yourself, planting the right seeds, put the work in, and start receiving the abundance of the return that you planted. And when you plant those seeds, you expect to see a harvest. So that means you got to water it. You got to do your due diligence. Plant the seeds, but take care of that seed. You got to water it. You got to stay diligent. Till that ground. Pull those weeds. Get friction out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is that's keeping you from getting rich. But also understand, getting rich isn't always about getting financially rich. Make your life an enrichment. You know, enrich in your relationship with your children, your family, your wives, your co-workers, people around you, your community. You know, enrichment. You know, so get rich quick is more than just money. Correct yourself, right? That is the first part of enrichment. Correct yourself. Get rich within, okay? And when you can get rich within quickly, then you can start manifesting other richness around you. So don't take that out of context.
Own your soft power. So this was specifically for me. Strong black woman, strong woman, that's a thing that you hear all the time. But for me, I wanted to always be powerful, but I wanted it to be soft.
Right.
I don't want it to upend our home, the natural order, the order of our home life, and Corey is being the head of our house. But I do have power and I do have strength, but it is owning that.
Right.
Owning that. And this is for women. You know, I'll tell you, you know, when you think about your power is internal, and it is something that manifests peace in your house.
Talk to him. I get our new board so you can see the new board too.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
It is owning your way of how you communicate and love on your person. Always say chic. You know my boo always does, and he's up my little fashion game a little bit. So stay up. Right? Above ground and always able to move the way that you need to move. Your easy breezy plan. I'm a Virgo. So any Virgos out there, you can feel me. I love a good plan. So I want to make sure that we always have a plan to execute whatever my husband's vision is. I'm not a visionary. I'll own it.
You are.
I'm not, babe. I'm not a visionary. But he is. And so I want to make sure that I'm able to execute that vision and be unstoppable. And I do believe that we have been. You know, we've been moving and grooving the way that we want to be. Now, I will say on this Be Ageless, so I am 52. For people who know me, you already know that. For people who don't, hey, Irma, I know you're a Virgo. You know we love our plan. Hey, Irma Jean, I'm so glad you're here. But you know, Irma, you know we love a plan. So being able to think through whatever the vision is of what we want to do and execute that has been very, very helpful to me. That's Kobe's thing. And then be healthy. And I have been, we both have been. Creativity is for my baby. He's always thinking of the next thing, the big thing. Live abundantly. I would say we have. Don't you?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Be kind. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a little B and it says be kind. For me, that's something that's always important.
Oh, ain't that sweet?
I love being kind and being thoughtful and showing up. This was just me being stylish. Beach time, I got it. I'm happy. I'm happy. I was able to go to the beach. I was happy. And then live abundantly. So that is 2024 visions. Done.
Boom.
Check. Boom.
So 2025, this was today. An icon redefined. Man, we be shining on these streets.
We
you know
try.
what I mean? So
Yes,
now it's
for
like,
sure.
okay, now this is the year to redefine a few things, really pinpoint and focus on what our goal is. And one of the biggest things is to serve up hope.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Serve up hope to inspire more people to make changes within themselves to better their relationships, right? And see, change makers embrace the dawn of a new year with purpose. You know, and making sure that this word sticks out most, purpose. You know, what is the purpose? You know, what is your drive? What is the vision? Whatever that is, stick to it, you know. You can put yours up there. Let's see.
When you've lost that loving feeling, there's a coach for that. So, just in case you guys didn't know, we are running a cuffing season sale.
Not just for tax season cuffing.
No. So, if anybody is interested in getting our coaching, I'm going to say that right now since we said coach. Anybody, we have a free consultation. Go to www.lovejonescoaching.com. You can get a free consultation and 25% off on your coaching sessions. But we do care. And one thing I'll say is that there's so much negativity, specifically around men and women. Men hate women. Women hate men. We don't want to be that. We want to be the people who are bringing love and honor.
Some type of satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
So another thing, and shout out to Dwayne Crockett, man. He and Sonya accomplished a huge goal that they had, was being debt free and satisfying all their debts. So this year, that was one of our goals: debt free, create more passive income. I've always been taught to have 7 streams of income to make sure that if you lose this one or something happens to this stream, make sure that you're always doing something to put something in its place. TikTok is down. And let's see, one of the goals is become so financially secure that I forgot it's payday. Man, I think we all can attest to that, you know, because a lot of people, you know, we're living and working to pay for our daily lives, right? But we want to get to a place to where we know the income is coming in so vast to where we forget when payday is, because we know that money's there, right? Yeah, you dive back into it, Jive Turkeys. Y'all rich. Y'all done got rid of one debt and dive right back into it, old fathead. But, you know, so we call that manifesting. Making sure that we're manifesting our abundance to come in, you know. Another thing they put on here was everything I do turns to success. You got to believe that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You have to believe that when you're walking in ordered steps in the direction of full-blown success.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
You know, and if you're going to do it, you're going to do it to the best of your ability. So there's no choice but for it to be successful. You know, and like Dwayne said, getting to a point to where you're making money when you're asleep. You know, that's the goal. You want to talk about life is too short?
So this right here says life is too short to blend in. My mom, when she met Corey and she saw us together as a couple, she said our light was really, really big. And I'm okay with that, you know.
I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with it.
We light skinned.
Right. Right. But I do want to be a light to people.
Right.
And I want to make sure that we are pouring in positivity to everybody who encounters us always. And I want to make sure that we don't blend in. We stand out and we are people that you know that you can look to for support and for good counsel.
And like Wayne, real talk. You know what I mean? This is going to be real talk, and it's love and full direction.
I communicate clearly and lovingly.
Right.
So for me, communication, and for both of us, I would say, with our book, with our coaching, we always talk communication.
Right.
And even though I feel like I always communicate lovingly, just a good reminder to stay on that, to always communicate that way.
The other thing on here at the top is make memories all over the world. Meaning, let's travel. Let's take these babies to some places. You know, one of the coolest things was when we started the trucking company, you know, being able to travel the entire United States, you know, was super cool because I got to really see where I live, you know, the place that I'm an actual citizen at. You know, we talk a lot about traveling abroad. We talk a lot about going to this country or that country, but how many of us has actually traveled our own company?
And America,
you know
is
what I mean?
beautiful.
And I ain't gonna lie, you know, with traveling this country on the road, I really saw what that song "America the Beautiful" really was saying. You know, I had never seen amber waves of grain. I like real talk, right? going to Utah, going to Colorado, and seeing these purple mountains. And when they say purple mountains, it's because of the flowers that are growing on these mountains, right? It's like, yo, driving over Hoover Dam,
the wild horses.
The wild horses running in the wild, it's an experience, and we don't get to see our own country that we're a citizen in to actually experience that, So when we say make memories all over the world, my biggest thing was starting here first. Let me see what we actually have right here in our own borders. And we do travel abroad. We go to different places and indulge in that as well. But it meant a little bit more doing that here. When all these years that I've been traveling, it's like, I never traveled my own country.
Right.
But going up to Maine was an experience. Eating a lobster roll in Maine, that was an experience. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it was cool.
Unbreakable bond, best dad, best mom, proud parent. So for those of you who don't know, we are a blended family. People always call us the Brady Bunch. When we met, Corey has 3 kids. I have 3 kids. He has 2 girls and a boy. I have 2 boys and a girl. But our family is everything to us. Our children are everything to us. So we want to make sure we stay up for them, but also that we are always staying up for each other, because our bond is unbreakable.
Right.
But we want to be intentional and saying that every vision board, every single time.
So we talked about traveling more this year, and we put a few places that we were interested. One of the places I went to in the Marine Corps was Rota, Spain. I was 19 years old, didn't want to travel anywhere. The Marine Corps said, "Oh, but you're going, right?" And that was one of the coolest experiences.
Hey, Tansy.
Right? But Spain is one of the places we said, "Hey, we want to definitely revisit that." That's one of the places of my actual origin, family history, and Dubai, which we have a trip planned this year in September for Dubai and Greece. I think I'm gonna blame Rick Ross always talking about Santorini, Greece. And so it's like, we like those white buildings and blue tops. So, we thought about, checking that out. And again, enjoying every moment of that, soaking it all in.
We always want to think about on our vision board, our health. Both of us are good and grown. I'm a little bit more good and grown than my husband.
I told y'all she a cool.
I will be 53. Woo!
And I'm
this
a baby.
Year. You ain't no baby. You are not a baby, sir. You're not a baby.
She waiting on me to join this 50 club.
Wait.
She gotta wait a little while.
I can't wait. But I want to remain fabulous in my 50 plus. I want to make sure that I'm healthy. We just got married this year, and I told Corey the other day, I can't wait to say we've been married for 30 years.
Right.
Like, those things are important to me. And so I want to make sure that both of us stay healthy to be able to enjoy each other forever. You want to talk about this part?
Yeah. It's funny. Before Shaboozey really just popped all the way off, man, we were all in backstage at Grand Ole Opry. We were actually there for Dax's performance, and Dax and Darius Rucker, as a matter of fact. So I remember talking to Shaboozey, and I was like, bruh, it's about to happen. It just had this energy, right? And so, and the same thing with Jelly. I didn't have the pleasure of talking to Jelly before that explosion happened. But for Origins Music Group, Origins Uncut, and Origins Impact Awards, we want to see more of this. We want to see these artists who didn't get a lot of recognition. We want to continue to create platforms for them, to highlight them. Last night at the Grand Ole Opry, we were there to support Chapel Hart. They killed it as usual at Dolly Parton's birthday party at the Grand Ole Opry. Happy birthday, Dolly. But we want to definitely, at Origins Music Group, continue to support and figure out ideas, become more creative with spaces to showcase more of these artists who are underserved and don't have the platforms to actually perform and showcase their talents. So we also put on here contents and spotlight and features for the Uncut show, Origins Uncut. So you guys go to YouTube, follow Origins Music Group on YouTube. We're about to now start posting our first season on YouTube, and you'll see it also on Instagram and our Facebook platform as well. But all of those new artists, a lot of artists that have come off of American Idol, America's Got Talent, The Voice, all those platforms, man, we put them on our stages to really showcase their abilities and how talented they are. So you'll see more of that. Pursuits of Happiness.
So, Pursuits of Happiness, listen, all of us have bills, all of us. But
Woo!
one of the things that is important to both of us this year is to decrease and eradicate our debt. You know,
Debt free.
We really want to be debt free. And it's hard, you know, when you are struggling, or when you are thinking about bills that you owe, we want to make sure that we are showing up for our debtors and make sure we're paying our bills so that we can have an abundant life. So that's what this is about. We, of course, we want to travel, which he always talked about. And I put this on here. I am joyful because I choose happiness every day. Now, anybody who knows me knows I'm a pretty happy person, but I am intentionally happy all the time. How could you not be if you were married to this?
Yeah, you said that monopole job?
Like, so I don't have no reason not to be happy. But, you know, I always want to earn him, you know, so that's why I said pursuits. You know, I'm always working to make sure that I am showing up for him because he pours so much into me. And also always be peaceful. We talk about making sure that I am your peace when you come home and that you're my peace, for sure.
So when she was talking about paying off debt, we were very intentional about who it is that we say, hey, these are our debts. These are the focuses that we're going to attack first, right? So be intentional when you're putting things on your board. Don't be afraid to put your business out to yourself. You know what you have going on. You know the challenges that you're facing and the things that you're trying to knock out, eliminate, and conquer. Don't be afraid to put it on that vision board. Call it out, because it's also going to hold you accountable to focus on those things. There's another thing on here at the bottom. I put a blueprint down here because with Origins Impact Awards, we have something that we're now trying to create a facility for artists, to create a facility for production, to create a facility for all of these creatives to actually be a member of and have a home to really express their creativity. So that comes with an amphitheater, that comes with a concert hall, that comes with all the things, the bells and whistles to make those guys and girls more creative and successful in that space. And at the very bottom, for not only Origins, but for us, for Love Jones Coaching, you know, we just got booked to speak in March. So it's like, okay, well, what does that look like for 2025? So now we're saying, hey, let's target to have more bookings, to really put this out there and, you know, put this love, put this prosperity, put all of the effects of what happiness should be in your household out there in the public and speak about it. You know, so more bookings. So at the very bottom, extraordinary events and unforgivable moments. You know, we always want to create memories that we can always go back and laugh about, relive and enjoy. And so this is our 2025 vision board, y'all. So pull your creative juices out, okay?
And get to it.
You see what we did here?
Get to it.
Yeah, so I snuck Kobe's in here. He don't know it, but I'm going to put him on blast anyway. So our son Kobe, he joined us today, and he put "Go hard." So he just got
go home.
Right, go hard or go home. And so with Kobe, he just got accepted at TSU for the master's program over there. He's a teacher right now, and he loves his job. So he's like, you know what? I want more education, to be more of a resource in the school system. And so Kobe's like, hey man, this is what I'm doing. So I'm not gonna go over his whole board. But this ain't just for us old people. It's for the young people. Align yourselves. You know, give yourselves a challenge. To stay focused and align whatever goals and visions you have for yourself. But yeah, so that's the vision board, man.
All right. So one thing that I want to talk about in terms of a vision board and why we do it.
Okay.
So, you know, when you are thinking about your relationships, sometimes it's very, very important to put down what you want. And this is something that Corey knows, but I haven't shared with you guys. So before I met Corey and after my divorce, I tried to sit down and think about what I actually wanted in a partner. You would be surprised to know that I actually even put down locks. I don't know why. I was like,
Let
leaning
these
for
things
hair.
down there. Hold on. Let these things down
I
there.
got
Hold
it.
on.
Yeah. So, but I did. I wrote down that I wanted somebody that was incredibly ambitious, somebody who was incredibly driven, somebody who loved me, who did all the things. And I basically had a Build-A-Bear situation or a Weird Science kind of situation where I wrote down everything that I was looking for in a partner, and I got every single thing that I asked for. But one thing that I want to caution anybody about, when you ask for one thing, you're giving up something. So for me, I want somebody who's very driven, somebody who's very ambitious. A person that's driven and ambitious is very busy, so they can't give you all of their time, right? I wanted somebody that was pretty. And I remember writing down,
But you
I
gotta
want
start
somebody.
saying handsome. Call me pretty like that, you know, because I got to deal with people like Dwayne, you know, who talk about the Nino Brown, you know, when he went at G Money, you know, you pretty mother. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to deal with Dwayne all the time talking about you pretty mother. You know, can I be handsome?
You are, but you also are pretty. I'm
Oh
so
my
sorry.
goodness.
He is.
She just
but-
going to help you out, Dwayne.
He
She's gonna keep on
is.
helping
Okay,
you.
fine. I put down pretty, but I will say handsome. But I wanted somebody that was so handsome that anybody who looked at him would believe that. And I think I got that. But when you get somebody like that, everybody, it ain't just me who think he pretty. It's not just me who think he's handsome. But I have enough self-esteem. I'm very confident in myself. So anybody who checking for him, I ain't worried about y'all. I got this.
What
one.
up, fam?
But it's important for me. I wanted that. I wanted somebody who was very, very intelligent. And Corey is incredibly brilliant. His mind is incredible. I wanted all of those
Man,
things,
listen,
and I was able to get
I'm going
it.
to shut her battery off real quick, man, because I don't want y'all coming to me saying, he ain't all that.
Yes,
Yeah, I
he
am.
is. He
My wife
is
said
all
that.
that.
My mama said I'm handsome.
He is. He's pretty and he's smart, and I
But
like
no,
it.
you know, but with the vision board, man, I just feel like it's very important to start your year out right.
It is, but it's important to write down what you want.
Yes, you know, be very intentional about what you want. You know, don't undercut yourself. You know, thinking that something is too much to add to what it is that you desire. Desire is just what it is, and if it's something in your heart and it's something positive and good, go for it. You know, don't let anything stand in your way. Especially when you have a partner like my wife. You know, my wife is so encouraging to the point where there's nothing that I feel like I can't do. You know, and having a power source beyond just being a powerhouse, but a power source right next to you, man, you just feel so much more confident in
that your
going
nephew,
after it.
Benjamin?
Yeah, that's my little cousin,
Hey,
Ben.
Ben.
You know, shout out to my cousin, the Wilson family. Y'all keep them in your prayers, man. We love y'all, praying for you, sending all positive energy and love y'all's way, man. So my family in Phoenix, you know, y'all are so important, and we want to make sure that y'all feel the love all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, for
Yeah.
sure. But it's very intentional this year that we give ourselves an idea of what this year looks like, and it was important to us to say, hey, let's be completely aligned, but make sure that we have all the fortitude and ammunition to push hard for those goals, right? Positive alignment, you know, and intentional alignment.
Very important, and it's also very important if you are married or you are in a relationship, you want to make sure that you're aligning with your person.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to write a vision board that does not include you.
Well, you can't.
I can't. You know,
You can't. You're locked in.
I am locked in, but you know, the vision is so much.
Inclusive.
It's much more powerful when two people are agreed.
But I
and
don't
aligned
understand how
and pushing
anybody
forward.
would not feel impelled to do their vision board together when you're in a relationship.
I don't either.
That would seem weird to me.
Yeah.
You know, that you wouldn't feel automatically driven to make sure that you're aligning this thing with your life partner.
Well, and I'll push that out a little bit. When we talk to couples sometimes who are our coaching clients, you know, the first thing that we work on is alignment
Yes.
and authenticity. Because a lot of times what one person wants is not what the other person wants.
Right.
And how do you reach the goal of the relationship if you are not aligned in terms of what you see as a successful relationship? Or like if one person wants to buy a house, one person wants to change jobs, one person wants to be an entrepreneur. If you wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I wasn't supportive of that, or if I didn't understand what that was, that's a problem in our marriage.
Big problem, yeah. So that alone stresses the importance to making sure that communication is being had. You know, and I think that's one of the biggest fragments in relationships is there's a bridge and a gap between the two versus being a cohesive situation where you're moving at the same pace, at the same motion together, you know? And so basically what we're saying is that if you're not aligned for future together, then what are you doing? Because if you're calling someone your life partner, what does that look like to you?
Right.
You know, and one thing that we say, man, we're past trying to get things going, man. We're a man and woman of a particular age. Everything has to count.
Yeah.
Playtime ain't playtime. You know, we're gonna have a good time, but everything is fully focused and serious business as it pertains to, you know, progressing forward, right? And so if you guys aren't aligned in something like this, which is a great telltale, you know, when you do something like this together. So we encourage it because you'll learn a lot about what somebody else's focus is versus yours, right? But if you never give yourself a platform to actually see your alignment, then you'll always kind of be on these crooked and jagged roads, right? These curvy roads.
Yeah.
But if you can align things together and smooth that surface and say, okay, I see it, we're doing this together, we're moving forward together, that'll alleviate a lot of the hardships, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't disagree. So, couple of housekeeping things. I'm not going to go into questions this week.
We got time. We got time. We got time. We got to do the questions. That's why they send them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Okay, let's do this one. Since we're kind of on it, I'm not going to expose the person. But we got a question. It says, how do past relationships shape your current views on love and commitment? Well, since we're speaking about vision boards, right? In my past relationships, I wasn't aligned, right? We were going in different directions. Not to say that they were bad directions. We just weren't moving together. We were moving separately, right? And how did that shape my current views on love and commitment? Man, I needed that. I needed those past relationships to be able to help me understand what it was to be able to commit and love the right way. When you're truly loving somebody, you're truly making sure that you're aligning everything, right? You're aligning from finances to ideas, to desires, to communication. Everything as far as that commitment changes. So without those previous experiences, I would not be who I am today. I needed those rough relationships, right? I needed those type of disagreements in previous relationships to understand myself better, right? I can say with myself, did I handle every disagreement the proper way? Probably not. Because I've said things differently. Should I have thought before I spoke a lot of times? Absolutely. So those prior relationships, stop knocking those prior relationships. You don't graduate college without going from your freshman year to your senior year. And you got to look at your relationship the same way. All of those things prior to where you are now in a wholesome, respectable, loving relationship was practiced to get you where you are. But the only reason for that practice was to observe yourself first.
Yeah.
Okay? If you don't observe you, do not expect your relationship to be successful. The only way your success comes in your relationship is self-observation first.
Yeah.
Okay? So I would hope that the person that sent this question understands that, you know, your past was important. Your past was very important. So when we're talking about shaping your current views, your past helped you to shape, but hopefully you shape those current views now around you being a better you. Not expecting something from somebody else, but challenging yourself to be a better version of yourself today than you were before.
Sounds good. I have nothing to add there. So we had another question.
I did good then.
You did good. So Cindy asked,
Why you put Cindy out there? Like, what up, Cindy?
hey Cindy. So Cindy wanted to know, she's been working on her vision board, and she wanted to know how do you envision your ideal relationships, and what steps can you take to manifest it?
Ooh.
So, I would say for anybody who's trying to envision their ideal relationship, it's important for you to have a strong conversation with yourself, right? So what is it that you really, really, really want for you? Not based on societal expectations, not based on what your mom and them told you should want out of a relationship, your cousins, your friends, whoever. What is it that you really need and desire? What is your have-to-haves, must-haves? What is your nice-to-haves? What are your deal breakers? Put all of that there and decide what it is you truly, truly do want in a relationship for yourself, and what you need out of a partner for yourself. And then in terms of what steps you can take to manifest it, you got to go outside. Am I boring you?
No.
No, you got to go outside. You got to go to places where you see people. One thing that I would say, I want to send out a message to the men.
Come on. Y'all don't be showing up, man. We put these events together, not just for the ladies, man. I need for my brothers to start showing up. You know, we talk about how we think that these women only want this or only want that. And we're so overwhelmed with so much social media content. The one show where they're popping the balloons. You know, I'm not saying that all of those young ladies are superficial or young men are superficial, but at the same time, that's what that shows like that will give. That people are only about the superficial. You know, what we're doing is bringing something wholesome where we got real people looking for real situations, situationships in a positive way. Giving life a chance to find love, to find companionship, to find somebody that's serious about relationship and commitments, right? And so, you know, brothers, I need for y'all to start realizing that y'all got to start coming outside. And if you're looking for something positive, you're looking for real women that brings substance, an abundance of substance to the table. Y'all missed out today if you weren't there.
Yeah.
I can tell you that now. Because looking at these young ladies' vision boards and what they're seeking was so wholesome, man. Like, you don't see these women saying, as a matter of fact, I saw one lady, she had a mansion at the bottom, right? And I was like, okay, which Tyrone or Jerome are you hunting down to get this mansion? She was like, nah, I want to do this together. I want to be a part of something cohesive that we do this. You know, we can actually stand back and say, baby, we built this house. You know, it was our work that provided us this luxury.
You know, I think that's one of the dopest things about us. You know,
That's man, we got so much. We ain't got enough paper
man,
to express how.
but
dope we
I'll
are.
tell you that building with you has been my pleasure.
You talking about the Lego thing we built?
Yes. Yes. But you know, I will say that I hear from a lot of folks, Cindy, you included, that when you're trying to build things, I hear things like, you know, I don't want to heal anybody. I want them to be ready when they come to me. And I get that when you're older, but setbacks happen. You know, no matter what your job is, people get laid off. They lose contracts. Things happen that might impact the financial stability of a partner. But that doesn't take away all the other valuable things that a person can have. And I think sometimes we put too much weight on just that. I'm going to say it from now on. If you marry for money, you will earn every dime. So it can't be just that. You really need to figure out what substantive
Spit it out.
things.
Spit it out, Julia.
Substantive things are exist with your partner. Aside from that, baby, I'm glad that you can provide everything that I want. I'm grateful for that. But if you couldn't,
You still
I'm
be
still
here?
grateful.
You still be here?
Yeah,
Ride
because
it out with me.
it's that other stuff.
I'm gonna keep on going.
It's that other stuff.
It's
and
the
so,
intangibles.
you know, when I think about steps that people can take to manifest it, how are you showing up? Are you showing up with a lot of demands? Are you showing up as yourself and
Right.
you want to get to know the person that you're talking to? I want to thump your forehead.
It's been a long day, y'all. Y'all gotta forgive me.
It's been a long day.
Man, we got ready for this event early this morning.
We did.
It started at 2. Man, it has been. And shout out to the bartenders.
Yes.
I'm gonna blame y'all for my yawning.
Yes, the bartenders and Ariel's got him lit. So
Yes.
listen, thank you for your questions. Thank you for those who show up to every event that we do. Thank you for the people who log on every single time we go live. Thank you for every person who
Yeah,
have
man.
bought a book.
Appreciate that.
Please go to YouTube and subscribe. Please follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram at Love Jones Coaching. And you can go to our website, lovejonescoaching.com. We are running a sale right now because we don't want the cost of what we do to be something that prevents people from being able to have access to being able to get great information. What we give each Sunday is broad information. If you and your person want more specific information about what's going on in your relationship, that's what we do. So please visit www.lovejonescoaching.com and sign up because we are. Camille, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, man, thank you
It was
for coming
so.
out, Camille.
Thank you, Camille. Thank you for being there.
Camille, you so structured. This was a vision board party. Camille was the only person in the whole building that came with a vision board organizer. She done
Leave
organized her
Camille
vision
alone.
day by day for the whole 365. I was like, oh my goodness. You are the most organized person on earth. Okay?
Yes, she
By
is.
far.
Please stay in touch with us. We are excited about February. We are working on an event for February
Yes.
for our singles and for our couples. One thing that we hear all the time when we have events, they'll say, well, I thought it was just for singles, or I thought it was just for couples. No, everything that we do is for singles and couples.
Come on outside.
Everything. So make sure that you show up. It's important to see couples. If you're singles, it's important to see couples because you get a framework. You
Yep.
get an understanding of what you want in your relationship. So we're thinking about doing a speed dating event. So hopefully it'll be a whole lot of fun.
If you live in Antioch, y'all gotta go check out Ariel. It's a cool little spot, man. It's perfect. You know, the food is great, the drinks are great, the ambiance is on point.
100%. Shout out to the people who partner with us for the Vision Board Party. I want to
Absolutely.
shout out Keena Sadler. Keena Sadler is an influencer, but also an esthetician. So, ladies, if you're trying to get those lashes done, that skincare on fleek, and men, she does men facials and she does a bald head kind of situation. So, all of our bald head guys out there, she does some kind, I would call it a head show. I guess. I don't know. But she
Head show me might mean something different to me.
You're right. Shut yourself up. But at any rate, Keena is an incredible esthetician here in Nashville. Shout out to Ariel. Shout out to our councilman at large,
Council
Delicia,
Radio.
who came through and shared what her vision is for Nashville.
Absolutely.
And also, she made sure that we all knew that she's accessible to everybody. Please, if you have not, please go and buy Audacious Intimacy. You can find it on Amazon and Audacious and at lovejonescoaching.com. Please sign up for coaching. We want to make sure that you find the love that you want. That's it. That's all.
So go to YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
Right now.
Love Jones Coaching.
On YouTube. Say something on there. Like it. Share it with your friends. Share it with your mama, your sister, your brother, your cousins, everybody.
And if you, by the way, if you have fan base, we are on fan base as well.
Yeah,
Love
she made me
Jones
sign up. I
Coaching.
didn't even know we was
I
on
made
fan
him
base.
sign up, but we are on fan base. We don't have a lot of followers because I just did it last night. So go to fan base. It's a Black-owned brand. It's a Black-owned social media network. So please make sure you go create your profile and follow us there.
Gerald McHenry, what up, cuzzo?
Hey,
Good
Gerald.
to see you on here. Listen, that is our time for this Sunday's
Yes.
episode of the Lovebirds and the Jones
Love
Nest.
Jones. Audacious Intimacy. Love Jones Live.
So me and my wife about to be at this joint.
We are.
So
I love
don't
you,
miss.
baby.
I love you too. Don't miss the next vision board party. Y'all missed out.
Y'all
Man,
did.
Y'all missed out. So listen, Circle the Block 2026. Y'all stick around. We got stuff to do.
We
So
do.
next month we'll keep y'all posted on the event for next month. It's gonna be fun, whatever we do. Even if y'all don't show up, we showing up anyway, and we're gonna.
And we gonna have a ball,
You
baby.
know what I mean, y'all gotta come, but we want you there. We want you there.
We do.
So, but anyway, listen. Hopefully, we can help you guys start your week out with something positive. Let's take this positivity from Monday all the way through Friday. Relax on Saturday. Circle back around on Sunday, and we'll talk again. All right. Love y'all. Y'all keep supporting us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Get that book. Y'all check us out.
All right.
Peace.